Hello. Today I want to make a Thanksgiving stuffing. We're going to use giblets, like a giblet gravy. We're going to make a giblet stuffing. I like to put a brunoise of carrot, celery and peppers, bell pepper in mine. And we're going to be using Italian seasoning, garlic, onion, fresh parsley, chicken stock, and your seasoned croutons that you get from the store. But it's a different process. I cook the giblets, then blend it up in a food processor and add that to our breadcrumbs with our stock and make it nice and moist, but it's pretty delicious. So hopefully it's something for Thanksgiving that'll help you make a different but desirable stuffing mix. And using the giblets as well, you know, it's really high in protein, iron and vitamin B12. So it's really healthy for you. It's obviously not something for vegans, but all us meat lovers are going to enjoy it. So we're going to add just 2 or 3 tablespoons of our avocado oil that we like to use. I'm going to add a fine diced small white onion. I got 5 cloves of garlic that are thinly sliced. And 1 teaspoon of dried Italian seasoning. I'm going to just turn the heat up and saute these for 2 or 3 minutes until they're lightly sauteed. So sauteing our onion and garlic, Italian herbs well. Now we're going to add 1 diced small carrot, and you want to do as small a dice as you can, just so it cooks at the same time as our giblets. 2 sticks of diced celery, and then 1/2 red bell pepper diced. We're going to add 8 tablespoons of butter and melt that into our vegetables. When the butter's melted, we'll add our chicken livers and giblets. So our butter is melted. We're cooking our vegetables. Now we're going to add our 150 grams of our chicken livers and 250 grams of our giblets, chicken giblets. Now of course during Thanksgiving you're going to find your giblets in your turkey and you're going to be able to use those instead of the chicken giblets. But we're going to cook those now until they brown up and they poach in our butter mixture with the vegetables. So our giblets are browning up a little. So what we're going to do now is just going to season a little, because your seasoned croutons that you buy at the store are also already seasoned as well. So we're just going to add a little extra salt and pepper to help season our vegetables and giblets. The giblets have been cooking for around, say, 4 to 5 minutes in the butter and vegetables. What you don't want to do is cook them too long. A lot of the giblets and offal and things, you cook it too long, it becomes like rubber. So we just want to cook until the livers are still a little bit pink, like you would be for a medium steak. So that means they haven't been cooked too long and they're still going to be tender for us to use. Now you take your food processor, take a pair of tongs, and you just want to take the majority of your giblets, not so much the liquid and the vegetables. I'm just searching for the giblets in here. And we're going to quickly chop those rough in our processor and return them back to our vegetable filling for the stuffing. So we've got our giblets in there. We're just going to pulse on high and chop it quickly, and I'll show you what it looks like. So we just chopped it up quickly, took 5-10 seconds, and it's still in nice little pieces, but not a puree, and that's what you're looking for. So we're just going to return that now to our vegetables. So you're just going to stir that in now, back into our vegetables, and we're getting ready to add it to our stuffing and make the finished product. Now our giblet and vegetable mix is ready. I like to add third of a cup of chopped parsley now. The heat of the giblets and the vegetables are going to pull those parsley flavors out and still leave you the nice green color in your stuffing. Now we also have 2 cups of chicken stock that I heated in the microwave. Now, to make this easy, I'm going to separate the croutons into 2 different bowls, just so we can mix it better. Then we're going to separate our giblet stuffing also equally between the croutons. And then about a cup of stock to each one. And we're just going to mix these up separately until the moisture is all absorbed by the croutons. So we're just mixing the mixture, making sure the croutons absorb that chicken stock and all the flavor from the giblets and vegetables. And what you want to do is basically let it sit long enough for those crunchy croutons to be soft to the bite. And that might take 3 or 4 minutes. So it's been 4 or 5 minutes and the croutons have absorbed all that liquid and it's still nice and moist and beautiful to serve. Now this is also something, if you didn't want to make it on the day of, you could pre-make it the day before or 2 days before, put it in your dish, and then before you went to heat it up, you could pour like a half a cup of chicken stock over the top and place it in the oven to warm it through before you needed to serve it for your dinner. So we're just going to add it all to our dish here. You don't have to worry about pressing it in too much. And that's just a really beautiful, flavorful turkey stock and giblet stuffing that you can use for Thanksgiving. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could place it in the oven and get a crispy top on that. People like to enjoy that, doing it as well. So I know some people like to add cheese and broil it, but I'm into more of a traditional flavored stuffing. So you can play with it however you want, but that's how I'd serve it. And it's great.